Hi everyone, this is Koinzell here. So today we're going to do a special video in the sense that I am going to share a very important tip on how to get the highest level in the endgame. So for the endgame itself, right, I just need to share first that there is no level cap. That is why there is a importance in getting the highest level because that gives you more CP than others. Then you may ask, but the CP per level is very low. Not after level 80. Why? Because from level 81 onwards, each level gives you 100 CP. So 100 CP is a very significant difference in terms of the amount of CP that is given. So it definitely makes sense for you guys to try to strive to get a higher level. But then the question is, if the CP is so high, does it mean that it takes very long to level? Yes, it takes very long to level. Easily a month with 24/7 farming and all the XP bonuses that you can get for one level. Now, the CP per level, right, at level 71 to 75 is about at level 71 to 75 is about 10 CP per level. From level 76 to 80, right, it's 16 CP per level. After that, it's 100 CP per level, and there's no level cap, so you can just keep leveling. But because it's so hard to level, right, there's no one that has hit level 95 even in the Korea server. So I'm going to share how to get the highest level in the server. So you see this guy here, this is the number 1 CP guy. I know he's in number 2 position now, but that's because he is using the Stone of Luck. Yes, he's doing farming. Look at his level, it's 93. My level is 92, and 92 is already the second highest. If you look down the whole list, it's the second highest. Now this is 91, this is 90. So this guy, right, the highest CP guy, right, the reason why he's level 93 is a pure wheel method, so to speak, where his CP is so much higher since very long ago. This guy recently just caught up, so his CP was so much higher since very long ago, such that on the maps with the dynamic CP, right, you can, okay, for the dynamic CP, you can refer to the video I did on the Taiwan patch notes here on the top right. The link is here. So in there, I explain how the dynamic CP works. But essentially, right, his CP is so high that against the highest dynamic CP map, he's one hitting all the mobs, and he was using Tamer for a very long time. So that is the reason why his level is 93, the highest level in our server. For me myself, right, my CP is not as absolutely high as his. I still need 2 hits to kill the mobs. But you'll see that my level is still higher than everyone else, because there is a trick to this. There is a trick that I did that allowed me to be the second highest level. Now, this trick that I'm going to share, it will help you guys a lot in pumping your level up. But if the wheels, for example, or the current wheels in your server like BBDR or Serene, if they adopt the same trick that I do, they will also be leading ahead. But regardless, at least it benefits those who watch my video, that you will be able to lead ahead in terms of your level against the rest of the folks. I can tell you that none of the players here did the same trick that I did, because when I was doing it, right, it was an extended period, and I was able to see that I was the only one with a level dropped and CP dropped. So I will share that in my video here. Right next, that is right coming up. Next, I will be looking at a video recording that I did previously. Okay, so this is the actual game itself. I have already, hang on, I have a problem with my mouse right now because I can't really see it, and there's this issue with the recording. So hang on a moment. Okay, so this is the video that I took down previously when I was still using my shadow, but this was after the class change actually. This video was about 2 months and a week after I did the main class change. Now if you look at the level back then, right, my level is only 86. Why? Because I'm using my shadow, I'm not using my LAN. The highest character was 90, still the same guy, the number 1 CP guy. And you can see that he is still a level ahead of everyone else, right? Now, but why am I 86? Because I'm using my shadow. Then what is my LAN's level? Why am I not using my LAN after I do the class change, right? Actually, it's very simple. My LAN is 87 at this point in the game. I have switched to my shadow to make use of a item that gives the 500 plus 500% SP bonus to the family members in your family that is not the highest level. So effectively, right, I have been using the shadow to level from 84 to 86. So I don't know whether you guys remember in the video where I did the main class change, which you can access from the top right link here. My shadow was actually 84.66% when I did the main class change. So why is she 86 now? Because I leveled her in 2 levels using this item here. So for 30 black pearls, right, you get a potion that effectively gives you for 3 hours plus 500% XP for your family members whose levels are not as high as your highest level character. So if you guys remember, my LAN was level 80 when I did the class change to her. Now she's 87. And then my shadow is has increased from 84 to 86. Why? Why did I go through the trouble of leveling 2 characters at the same time while losing out to the rest of the character? It's because of this scroll. This is different from the scroll that I've been sharing, the XP swapping or exchange scroll, because this here says transfer. If you look at the example here, right, basically if you have a character A that's level 82 and level 75, the 82 character, you can extract his SP down to level, you can make his level down to level 70 and then give the level 75 character the XP, right, that is from 70 to 82 for character A. So effectively you are transferring the XP from A to B, thus pumping up B's XP. So this is like the perfect scroll for optimizing your leveling. For those of you who are very smart, right, who are going to get the gist of what I'm saying, right, is that you know that I am basically making use of the plus 500% XP item to pump up both characters A and B and then do the transfer so that my level is the highest. That is in essence the trick that I'm talking about. Okay, so first off, I am going to be using the scroll here. Now this character, because I have been using her as a so-called main, right, you see that my Hadum knowledge is maxed up now. Why? Because while trying to level this character, which is not going to be my main, I have actually gave her some of my gear from my main, but not the weapon and the sub weapon. That's why you see that her weapon and sub weapon was red just now, not ancient. Yeah, here you go. So red, not ancient, and lower tier as well, tier 6 instead of tier 7 in terms of the Roman numeral enhancement, which if I do a literal translation is potential awakening enhancement. Yeah, okay, a bit long, but I don't know what the official name will be. Now you look at my gear here, it has also improved slightly from the last time I did the class change, but the overall CP is still lower since I am not using ancient weapons. So now you will see me just clearing up her inventory using what needs to be used, because the moment I extract the XP, this is no longer a character that I'll be playing. So I have been using her to farm to Hadum knowledge, because Hadum knowledge, right, there are areas where the CP requirement is much lower, and in return the XP given is also lower. So using your alternate together with the plus 500% XP will still gain you more XP than if you had used your main character without the plus 500% in the highest CP map in Hadun. This also means that I can use this method, my alternate character, to farm and get knowledge in the lower CP Hadun maps, and in turn get the CP bonuses related to knowledge, which is quite significant for the lower CP zones. So I'll do a guide on that in the Hadun video guide that I will do eventually. So first off, let's jump ahead to when I actually use the scroll, because I believe I was still like trying to clear up my inventory, etc. here. Yeah, still doing some housekeeping. As you can see, my inventory is much lower right now in terms of the stuff that I have. Okay, I'm going to be using the scroll here. So you see, the moment I click use, right, you can select which character you want to transfer the XP to. Okay, be very clear. Transfer the XP to. So this is the recipient. As I shared, right, my LAN is 87 here. Okay, this music is a bit loud. Just skip. Okay, so my LAN is 87 here. And here there is a confirmation screen where they want to ask you whether you want to transfer to this level 87 my character. Level 86 character where you are transferring XP from will be dropped to level 70. So this is whether you want to confirm or cancel. Okay, so let's do this. Let's wait for. So previously, this video was taken before I started doing any YouTube uploading. So you see that I put some intentional pause for future. So again, it's trying to confirm to you, telling you that the moment you do this, it is not going to be reversible. So this is the screen itself, where it shows you that this character SP has gone down, while this character's SP has gone up, and it's telling you that it has completed the transfer, and whether you want to log into the new character that you have, or rather the character that you have transferred the XP to. Okay, I'm just going to lower the volume for the video. Okay, so the moment you log in, right, you'll see that this character that just transferred XP to has 481 billion XP. Yeah, so that's a very significant amount. That is the amount of XP from level 70 to 86.4 something, the percentage, I can't remember. 86 point something anyway. Okay, so what this means, right, is that if you look at my level now, it's 89. It has gone from 87 to 89.65%. At this point in time, right, I'm actually the second highest level CP character. Second highest level character in terms of pure XP. The other characters that hit level 89 in the top 10 or even top 100 CP list, right, they just hit level 89. I know for a fact because I was also looking at the ranking, so I know they just hit 89. So this has effectively put me 0.65% ahead of everyone else, despite spending time on leveling on my alternates. It is also the best way, right, to make sure that you still get the most XP, even while leveling in the lower CP Hadum zones and getting the Hadum CP knowledge. I know for a fact that out of the top 100, right, a lot of them have not even completed their Hadum CP knowledge, because they will lose the XP. They will be leveling at half the XP rate if they go to those zones to get knowledge, as opposed to myself now, where my Hadum knowledge is 100%, and I'm constantly leveling at the highest XP rate that I can now, without spending the absurd amount of cash to be able to one hit the mobs. I am in fact very close to one hitting the mobs, but it's still 2 hits. So okay, so this is just more housekeeping per se, where I'm going to transfer the gear from this shadow back to my LAN, and of course from the LAN side back to the shadow as well. So the shadow now is at a flat 70.00%. Now, let me just skip ahead because all of this is just housekeeping. As you can see, right, this medal is the same medal that we have in the current Season of Glory, because this video was done in the late January this year. So it was only about 2 to 3 months ago. Now you may ask me why I did not level my shadow from 86 to 87 to make full use of the potion. The reason why, right, is because the Taiwan server took very long to give us that purple scroll, the XP transfer scroll. So I did not use my shadow to level the Hadun, lower CP Hadun zones, right, until they gave us the scroll. Then when the scroll is about to expire, this is the point where I did the transfer. So Taiwan server has been very hesitant on giving us this scroll because on Korea side, right, it's actually a regular item that they can buy from the Pearl shop. And the Korean broadcasters, the Korean top players, right, what they have been doing is using this exploit that I've just shared, or rather this trick that I have just shared, to level their alternate and then transfer SP over to their mid. This is actually faster. This is a faster leveling method. So that is why their main character is level 94. But you might ask me, why is it only level 94 when the Taiwan number 1 guy is level 93? Simple. Because the Korea average CP is higher. The highest CP character in Korea right now, I don't see him one-hitting the mobs. Not like the Taiwan CP guy, because the average CP difference in the two servers. So what does this mean? This means that, right, this is a trick that you guys can use to, number 1, level faster, number 2, farm up your lower CP Hadum zones knowledge. And this is a method that even the wheels can use, because no matter what, it's faster XP. So what does this mean? This means that the wheels, right, if they follow my video and they continue spending like what they are doing now, they will still pull ahead. But that's fine, because what I'm sharing with you guys is a method for you guys to pull ahead of the rest of the crowd who have not watched my video and who have not known how to optimize your leveling and how to optimize the use of the XP transfer scroll. So that scroll is very good. And till now in the Taiwan server, that was the only one time, which is the one that I just used. That was the only one time we had that scroll, because they gave it to us as an event rather than a per shop item. Because I suppose you can say that they learned from their so-called mistake from the Korean server. But I do believe that you guys will be getting this scroll as well, because if they give you the class change functionality, right, they should give you this SP scroll as well. Of course, you can argue that, oh, they can just give us the XP exchange scroll, but no matter what, it's still a loss to you guys, because whichever your X main character, right, the one that you change class from, he's not at level 70, and your new class, right, once you start playing it after you do the main class change, you will find a situation right now where my Lan, for example, is 87, while my Shadow was 84 previously, before I used her when we got this scroll. So no matter what, 84, 87 versus like 70, 89, right, it's still not worth it for your main. So likely the devs would give you this scroll. Now, if you notice what I've said, right, the 500% XP bonus item, right, was not just enjoyed by my Shadow, it was also enjoyed by my Lan. Why? Because in the previous video where I did the class change from Shadow to Lan, my Shadow was 84, my Lan was 18. And this item here is the one that I use to pump my Lan Shadow up to 84 very, very quickly. Because we're talking about 500 plus 500% bonus XP. That's a whole lot. So my Lan also used this to level up to a very fast state, like 84. And then further on, right, I continue playing her as my main character. So she then got to level 87. Then, when the SP scroll came out, I leveled my Shadow from 84 to 86. When the scroll was about to expire, I used the scroll to transfer the XP from the level 86 Shadow to the level 87 Lan, and in turn pumping the lance level up to 89. And as I have shown in my current game state right now, right, I am the second highest level character. That puts me 100 CP ahead of the rest of the characters. So this is actually the ultimate tip or trick I can give you in terms of leveling the fastest in the endgame. The wheels, feel free to use this trick, but those wheels, right, if you are already at one hitting the mobs, right, you will level even faster than the other people who are using this trick. But if you use this trick, you'll level even more, because by giving whatever imba gear that you have to your alternate and then farming your alternate with the plus 500 SP bonus, you still get more SP than if you were farming one hitting the mobs in the highest level highest CP Hadum maps. And this method allows you guys to farm the Hadum CP knowledge as well for the lower Hadum zones. So this is very important. It's not easy to farm the knowledge in the Hadum zone, by the way. It's not like the Elio map where once you get the knowledge, you are done. No, it is a knowledge level of 5 levels that you need to eventually progress until the level 5. Okay, so I hope this video is very helpful to you guys, especially in future once you get all these class change, XP exchange, SP transfer scroll, etc. So thanks everyone for watching. See you next video. Bye.